Hi guys, coming from the Mighty Blues, my instant match reaction. There you go, Brighton 3, Everton 2 at the Amex. Another complete capitulation by Everton, really, again, going 2-1 up with 15 minutes to go in a game away from home, and absolutely blew it once again. Now, don't get me wrong, the penalty is absolutely never a penalty. It's never a penalty. VAR has done us again for the second week in a row. We got away with it last week because we were so good, and this week it's fucked us over once again. It's an absolute shocking decision. Lee Mason should be sacked and ashamed of himself, and Bobby Madley's relative, whoever it is, who refereed that game today, I've never heard of him before, he should be sacked and ashamed of himself as well. It's an absolute disgraceful decision. Michael Keane's got his eyes on the ball constantly. Yes, he touches him, but the lad makes an absolute meal of it. The diving little absolute idiot throws himself on the floor, and of course the referees give in to, again, another stupid decision. And from that point on, we literally capitulated. It's typical Everton Football Club. You got the commentator saying, oh, I can't see any way back into this for Brighton. Everton have surely won this game. No, don't you fucking watch Everton. Do you not understand Everton Football Club? This is what happens week in, week out. Even if we go 2-1 up with 5 minutes to go, we're still not guaranteed to win that game, and that's exactly what happened again today. Listen, from start to finish, I don't think we were fantastic, to be honest with you. It wasn't just the last 10 minutes. That was a load of shite. I thought from the first whistle, Marco Silva got the team exactly like we wanted it, so you can't really complain with that. Obviously, Mason Holgate coming in for Yerry Mina, but there wasn't as much intensity, there wasn't as much urgency as there was against West Ham last weekend. We struggled to get control of the ball, we struggled to really dominate the game, and it was real back and forth, and Brighton had the majority of the possession in the first half. And obviously, again, typical Everton, giving stupid free kicks away on the edge of the box. Andre Gomez giving a silly free kick away in a stupid position. Pascal Gross gets it, it goes absolutely through Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford had a shocker today. He had an absolute shocker. I think Gomez had a shocker, I think Jordan Pickford had a shocker. I don't think Tom Davies was particularly very good. Jordan Pickford had the shocker today, and it goes straight through his hands. But you know what? We equalised pretty much straight away, and a decent little bit of play as well. And obviously it's finished off well. But what does it matter? What does it matter when we still can't get control of the game? Even at that point when we equalised, and it was, we were the team we were the team that had the momentum, we still couldn't get our foot on the ball, and we still couldn't create anything, of any genuine threat to Brighton. We weren't anywhere near at the level of pace, urgency and ability as we were last week, and that's really worrying, considering that's another away game away from home that not only have we capitulated in, not only have we been beaten in, but we've absolutely struggled to control the game, even at times when Brighton were woeful, and respected them, whatever, but they were woeful at times today, and we still struggled to get our foot on the ball and control the game of football. Obviously they go 2-1 up, obviously we go 2-1 up with 10-15 minutes to go. Fantastic play by Mason Holgate, puts a really good ball into Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Not too sure why he's there, but whatever, he's there. He puts a fantastic ball into Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Dom finishes it well, and I just want to say, just on a slight positive about today, I think it's about time we get off Dominic Calvert-Lewin's back now, because again, I've seen a load of people on Twitter, I've seen a load of people on social media moaning when Dominic Calvert-Lewin come on, moaning that it wasn't Moise Kean. Yeah, we all want to see Moise Kean do well. Yes, we all want to see Moise Kean in this team, but he's obviously not impressing Marco Silva in training, and he's not scored. He's not done anything of note this season. So if Dominic Calvert-Lewin's coming on over Moise Kean and he's scoring consistent goals, 4 in his last 5, let's get off Dominic Calvert-Lewin's back now, because it's not his fault that Moise Kean isn't performing. It's not his fault that Moise Kean isn't getting his opportunities in this team. It's the manager's fault. And once again, we've done a complete Everton from that point onwards. It's a stupid penalty to give away. It's a ridiculous decision. It should have never been a penalty whatsoever. And from that point on, as soon as that penalty went in, there was only one result, and you can sit there and you can tell yourself that we might have been, the mentality might have been better over the last 18 months. It hasn't at all. The mentality is a shambles. It's an absolute shambles in this football club, and when situations like that happen, we are beaten every single fucking time, and I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of watching Everton concede a silly decision because the referees made a mistake, or a stupid mistake totally against the run of play, and then just absolutely fall to bits. The mentality is too weak from top to bottom. That includes Marco Silva, that includes the whole of the board, and that includes the 11 players on the pitch at that moment. Then it was an absolute shambles. We conceded the penalty after a silly decision, and that was it. It was only going one way. Towards the end of the game, ball comes flying into the box. I don't know what Luca Dean's doing, sticking his foot out, because it's only going one way, and that's in the back of the net. It comes off him, it's an own goal, and that's it. It's game over, and it's another away defeat, and it's another performance that, regardless of the last 10-15 minutes, which was an absolute shambles and an embarrassment, it's another performance that we were pretty much averaging. Even if we'd have won that game, we'd have been sitting here saying, okay, we've won it, and it was a really, really good result. But in terms of the overall performance, it wasn't that great whatsoever. We struggled to control the game, we struggled to get our foot on the ball, and it was just a shambles, really. It was, considering how well we played last week. It was a nothing today. It was a nothing performance, and again, it was a nothing result. It's another away defeat. It's another total capitulation from Everton Football Club, and it's expected, isn't it? It's expected. Listen, I'm not going to let it ruin my weekend, because I'm going out now to celebrate my 21st. It's my 21st birthday tomorrow. I'm going out to celebrate it tomorrow as well. And I don't think anybody watching, I don't think anybody should let Everton ruin your weekend, because if you do, then you'll be miserable every single weekend, because that situation happens far too many times. We've seen it at Newcastle last year. What we've seen this time is we've seen us go 2-1 up in a game that we really should be winning against the side that weren't posing any real threat. We've conceded the silly penalty because the referee can't make a decision, because they're absolutely inept. The referees in this country, I'll say it time and time again, do not understand football. They do not understand the rules of football. Lee Mason shouldn't be refereeing fucking Sunday League down the park. Never mind Premier League refereeing. He's an absolute joke of a man, and so is whoever the referee was today on the pitch. But we can see the silly decision like that, and instead of lifting our heads up and going, that was never a penalty, that let's move on and let's go for the winning, or let's at least try and control the game towards the back end of it so we don't concede the silly goal. We don't. We let our heads drop, and that's it. We concede again and we end up losing the game. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Obviously, another away defeat at the end of the day, regardless of what the game was like, regardless of what the performance was like. It's another away defeat. It's another game that we've gone to against the side that we should be beating, and we haven't got the points against. We haven't. I don't know what Brighton fans are playing at, booing Richarlison after the first minute because he scored. A bit embarrassing, a bit cringy, but whatever. We were shocking today. We were really, really poor. We struggled to console the game, and we absolutely capitulated once again. And I don't care that we went 2-1 up, and I don't care how good the goal was. It doesn't matter, because if you're playing the last 10-15 minutes like that, then it's embarrassing. It really, really is. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.